So I have
I'm Kristen.
we've done it the first episode.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Then I am Kristen.
Literally, we did it the first episode only.
I forgot. I just didn't realize we forgot so much. And I was thinking I was on top of the game.
I don't know that we forgot. We just hadn't always. I guess we usually do when we do episodic coverage. Yeah. So I am Will.
I am Kristen.
So I have a bone to pick with not the show, but what would you, first of all, does this need punctuating? Or spelling out?
No.
I don't think it does either. But every time it happens with the subtitles, it says blows raspberry.
Oh.
And I find that combination of words to be jarring. Every single time. It completely derails.
That's what it's called.
Well, yes, I do know those.
Okay.
But it's still, my mom always called it boobering.
Oh, I mean.
Because she would do it to us. She would.
When I was a baby,
on your stomach,
on your tummy, yeah.
She always called it boobering.
No, we called it blowing raspberries. I get it now. I've literally never considered it to be dirty, and now it feels dirty.
Maybe because the blowing raspberry term was. How would you feel if it just said boobers? Would that make you laugh?
Well, now it made me think of Caroline because that's her nickname in her family. Yeah. But yeah, I guess it would.
It just, I don't know. It takes me out every single time it happens. I would just rather they not caption it. Anyways.
Where do you want to go from there? Is that it? Okay, we're going to go watch episode 8 now.
I'm tired and I couldn't remember what happened. So, okay, I'm enjoying this one, but I'm having a harder time following the hierarchy than I was the first time.
Well, it's really up and down.
Okay,
it really is. Because I was surprised in this episode when Courtney was voting Chloe number 2, because in the previous episode he was that's a snake bitch in the grass.
Well, I think he was doing that just to, I thought that was more just to stir trouble, to stir the pot, more so than trying to get rid of Chloe. I mean, I don't think he has an affinity for her per se, but it is odd to me. Well, Courtney does not like Emily, if we know one thing.
Jesus Christ.
That was getting old. But also why does he not like Emily?
I honestly don't remember.
Because he doesn't like Tara Alicia because she was going to vote him out. But even then, it was only because he was the one that she didn't really have. I feel like Tara Alicia and Savannah, they started the season off on a real rocky note. Yeah. And I feel like both of them really got thrown under the bus. It was they just sort of, as I recall, at least, I don't remember, but it wasn't Tara Alicia I don't really know Courtney, so I'm going to get rid of him?
No.
Oh.
She was well, I think maybe that's what she said to Savannah, but it was, her actual reasoning was, I think he's my biggest competition, so I want him on.
Okay, well, in that regards, then I'm fine with his vendetta against her.
But I don't know if that information ever came out.
I think a lot of these people are having vendettas based on happenstantial things. And
yeah,
it was
yeah. I think Courtney just doesn't like Emily. I don't remember if there's anything deeper. I think it's just a
Chloe was flirting with Mitchell. It was very funny. Yeah. She was putting in work. He wasn't.
No.
That was dull. And so we both love Chloe so much. I got there.
She's definitely my fave right now.
She's hysterical. And I love that I was talking to Martin. So I was telling you this, but I was talking to Martin about the show. And I was telling him about how it works, the players and everything. And I was Chloe's funny. I was she's an idiot, but she's almost too dumb to trick.
Yeah.
And he was how does that work? And I was I don't know how to explain it, but I was she riddles things out while not realizing she's riddling things 100%. Out. Because she's talking about how much she likes to flirt with Trevor. And she's because she dumped Mitchell. I was a little surprised. I thought the shinier, newer object was going to get her attention. But she dumped Mitchell and logged out of the chat because
he was she said goodbye, but he was
I'm gonna go,
and he was ramping up to respond, and it was Chloe has ended the chat. And he was oh. But I get get it because she was like, I have to keep Trevor like on my team, which I understand.
And she was talking about how much more she likes Trevor because he's better at flirting. And
he's
it's
more
like,
flirting is more genuine. And you were like, he's a lady.
Because it's a woman.
Yeah.
I was like, because when Mitchell hit her with like the big hands and the big feet, it's just, it's so dumb. It's so dumb.
But she acted like she'd never heard that before.
She really did. I don't know. I mean,
like very standard
she's
shit.
a hot girl. I guess she's just like used to having to flirt with like men.
We'll see.
Yeah, very.
What did she say? Tell me right now.
What specifically did she say that was so funny? Delisa's good. I think she's currently probably the best player.
She's gonna middle all the way to the top.
Yeah. And I overwhelmingly preferred her hyping herself up, like patting herself on the back versus say like when Jack does it.
Yeah.
Because Jack's just like, high five and a million angels. I'm the best. I'm so great at this. And then he cut to the other person. The person's like, oh, all right.
He was fine. Well, especially in Emily's conversation with Courtney, where Emily was like, I feel great about that. I feel totally safe and great about that. And the whole time
Courtney was like,
oh my God, yes, queen.
So yeah, no, I like Delisa's strategy. I think that Trevor could go far.
Yeah.
They made pancakes. This was funny. They did it in the first season with cakes.
Yeah.
None of them were really good, although a couple of them.
Delisa's was the best in my opinion.
That was
the
bear.
A little bear.
Kat's fish was okay. Well, Terralisha's bear was good, except for it was a lion, in which case it was just medium.
Yeah.
And then fucking Lisa/Lance, it was like a fish, I guess.
It looked like a blobfish.
It looked like a blobfish, and she just was like, I think like she was trying to make it rainbow, and people don't realize that when you combine all the colors of rainbow, you get a like, greenish brown sludge.
Yeah, it's really super terrible. I just also, every single one of them was like, well, at least mine's not as bad as the rest of them. And I was like, all of them are equally terrible.
So Courtney got to pick an influencer and so I was praising Delisa. Courtney's actually.
Yeah, but I don't like his attitude.
No, I don't like it. No, well, he's being, he strikes me as petty. Yeah. And he introduced us to himself as being like, people think I'm a bitch, but I'm not. And so we were like, oh, so you're a bitch. He has a petty attitude that I don't love, but everything he's done is right.
Yeah. It's working out for him.
So far. He made Kat and Mitch think that Emily was the
So Emily got voted really low this time.
Mm-hmm.
I think
he strategically put River.
Yeah, I weirdly, because we didn't get who's blocked in this episode, I'm predicting Emily over Terralisha is going to get blocked.
Do you have a reason? Or
he hates Emily more.
Yeah.
And I think River likes Terralisha more. So that's I'm perfectly like willing to be wrong, but that's my guess right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think is going to happen.
I would rather keep Terralisha than Jack/Emily.
Me too. Although I am going to desperately miss the apartment.
Yeah.
It is the most aesthetically pleasing apartment of all of them. Mm-hmm. Mitch's apartment sucks balls.
Well, so in which case, I'm like, are they designing them for the people? Because it's black and white.
They must be.
So, quasi, I can't imagine. So maybe
there's a lot of blue in there.
Maybe they designed Emily's for Emily and not Jack.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, the catfishing element of the game, it's definitely not a step too far.
No.
But I think I prefer the more genuine version of the show than the catfishing version of the show. Although but that's where this show is actually very interesting because it's like you don't want to be too popular because then you paint a target on your ass.
That's why I think Delisa actually has the right of it. She's been roughly in the middle.
They like her enough, but she hasn't ruffled any feathers.
100%. Everybody likes her enough. The like widowed dad move is like really working for her on all fronts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Although in fairness, it doesn't feel like she needs the money either.
Honeymoon in Bali? I clocked that as well.
In the very beginning, she had a honkin' ring and like diamond bracelets and diamond earrings, and I just was like,
well, because
I think Daddy Trevor is working it out.
River/Lee was smart with the Lance Bass thing, where he was like, if Lance Bass is in fact Lance Bass, no one's ever going to give him the money.
So if we keep him around,
and I was like, that's the kind of strategy that I like. I don't like subterfuge. I don't like deceiving people.
I think that Courtney's doing too much subterfuge, and that's what I don't like.
Yeah.
And feeling so good about himself about it. And I'm just like, come on.
Let's find out who got eliminated.
Yeah. Excited.